So I've been busy. This is my stamp bag. It is filled with stamps and things that I use to communicate quickly. Yeah, I use copy paste a lot because I say the same thing over and over. There's just like a common thing people talk about, and my response to it's always the same. So I've got like 10 versions of it, you know. So I finished making my 2 stamps today. One is called Happy, the other is my name. So one is like an evocation of, for me, I am the I that is speaking, right? The identity of the speaker. And the other one is like a general, like, I am happy, I am rich, I am loved, I am lucky, right? So that's kind of what I've been doing today. I fixed my car. Yeah, I went out there with the duct tape and I made like my, I was attacking a fly while I was driving and I ended up hitting a tree. So the damage was actually really lucky. Just like the plastic paneling got ripped off the side, and it doesn't have a wobble. There's no, the light's okay. You know, it was pretty lucky. So I took it off and I replaced it with duct tape. So I used that, and then I used UV resin to like super hold it on. Duct tape will hold really good, especially duct tape that's been in the sun will hold really good. But yeah, just been enjoying the night. Yeah, I got a bunch of cool stuff coming. I was gonna do my 7 jars last night, but I found out the last 2 of my jars, one of them was cracked and the other one was like misshapen, so I couldn't fit my cork inside it. So I ordered another set, and then I ordered more resin. So yeah, I'm gonna do that sometime. My witch blanket got here. I was talking about this. This thing is cool. This thing is cool. I don't think it glows in the dark. I don't think it glows in the dark. I don't know if it does. It might. Looks kind of like it does. So, anyway, it's like a waterproof. It kind of feels like a waterproof, like tablecloth. It's supposed to be for Halloween, but it's got a lot of like symbols that an actual witch would find interesting. So, yeah, it's like upgraded Halloween stuff. It's not that bad. So, I got that for like a jar wrap, and I used it, and immediately I was like, I just want a drawstring bag, you know? It's kind of like tough to put a jar in a bag like that. So yeah, I fed the birds pizza. I've been chilling today. Yeah, fixing my car was actually nice. It was like, it looks actually kind of cool, and it'll hold. Like, it's good. It's got zip ties and a lot of layers of duct tape, like armor. So it's a non-essential piece. So now it's even aerodynamic again. I fixed it. That's shit. Why go to the auto shop? Just do it yourself. So yeah, I got that piece I gotta burn. Plastic. I'm the first one to breathe it. I'm not doing it with any intention. Actually, 40% of the world's freaking trash gets burned. So it's just such a convenient way to make it disappear. It's like, yeah, you can throw this like mountain of trash away, or you can freaking incinerate it. That's what I do. Don't know if it's the best. Yeah, I was looking at some like camper cars. My gosh, some of like the built, like the pleasure variety, are like $200,000 for a car, and I'm like, wow, that's expensive. Yeah, a Sprinter van's a lot better. This is what I like about the Sprinter van is before you put the insulation in, everything is modular. You have tons of places to like hook up, tie, and magnets, right? You've got anchor magnets, like magnets that hold like hundreds of pounds that have like a loop on the end. You don't actually need to like do it this weird way, right? You can like put it on that. So that's what I was thinking of. Oh yeah, I went to like this crystal store person and they were holding this orange calcite rose and she was like smelling it. Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy synchronicity. So yeah, I got all my, I got my stamps going, which is like really good. I needed a couple other ones I felt like to round out what I was manifesting. So, yeah. I'm glad I read that book of mine. I have this leather-bound book in the front of my car. I hadn't opened it in a while, and I did it flawlessly. Things I'd always want to experience. I nailed it. I was going to burn it. I actually decided not to burn anything I have. But yeah, I got new fancy-looking drawstring bags coming. I'm sad the crystal jars didn't work. I got these like hardened crystal jars, but they were too small. The mouth was too narrow to take what I wanted to put in it. Oh, I got weird lucky. Where's that jar? Where'd that jar go? This one? Yeah, this one. This jar has no reason to have 2 moldavite shards inside of it. This thing has 2 little tiny moldavite shards inside of it. I don't know how they got there. I don't know who put them there. I don't know where they came from, but somehow that accident that I had put these 2 moldavite shards in there. They look like peridot, but I don't have any peridot around, and I did crush up a moldavite. So something happened where somehow these 2 pieces of moldavite got in this jar, which I think is really interesting. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do to my other jars before I pour them. The bottom, like this bottom is cracked. You can't really see it. So I'm going to reinforce it with like a little resin, but my problem is I don't have a level. So it's like I've got to get the jars, get the resin, and then I have to do it in the hotel where I'm going to like set them down on a table and make sure they're all even. And just reinforce the bottom with a tiny layer just for that. So yeah, this is my jar. I did this one. I've got to bury it. So yeah, waxing it up to stay sealed. Yeah, getting it tight. I held it down with my fingers. I even got burned. It was like really hot, but I just like endured it. I was like, yeah. But now it's like solid. It's really good. This is cool looking. Notice how like the XX and then that X lined up with the circle. That's interesting. Yeah, this is cool. Look at this. This is awesome. So, yeah, that'll be another variable. I've got to get, like, really what I've got to do. What did I just drop? I just dropped something. I don't know what it was. Something fell down. I don't know what it was. Oh, it was that crystal. All right. So this is actually why I wanted to make the video. This thing, right? I had a dream of an orange crystal with a white bottom, and this one has a white bottom, which I thought was interesting. So I got another one, a bigger one. This one does not have a white bottom so much. It's got more like a white top and a white side, but it's not like the whole bottom is white. This one is. This one, the whole bottom is actually white. It's tough to see, but it is. So I found that lucky that the crystal in my dream was the small one, which I thought was pretty interesting. So, yeah. Yeah, I think this is pretty nice. Yeah, I've got quite a bit of just like stones. I found my hammer. Yeah, fixing my car, I needed my hammer. And I found it. So now I can smash rocks for good, yeah. Put them in a leather pouch and hit them really hard. It'll kind of ruin the leather pouch, but you'll get a bunch of chunks, so you don't need to throw in for more money. So yeah, that's the story. I've got a lot of cool stuff coming. I've got new bags for like organizing the crystals, so I'll be able to do it more efficient. But yeah, my plan is like the next few, definitely like when the rainy season starts. It's supposed to rain here in a couple days. Hopefully it does. Is when the ground's all wet, go out there with the shovel, dig a good multi-foot hole. It's just when it gets dry and the clay like rebinds, oh, it's hard to dig. It's like each scoop is like getting like a quarter of an inch. It's like you gotta work to get deep. So that's definitely the easiest way is to get it wet. Find some wet earth. The other easiest way is just throw it in some water. Get something that, so it's definitely like some of the resin stuff I want to do. I want to use. So yeah, no, it's been good. It's been good. Yeah, I was so bummed when my car wrecked today, but like my fix has made me so happy. It's like what I did in response to the problem, like made me glad. It made me pretty happy. I'm like, this is lucky. This is awesome. So yeah, I got oodles of food. I'm basically waiting until like it's like, what is it? Basically waiting until like Thursday or Friday to go pick the stuff up. Which isn't bad. So I wasn't going to come back here, but I just was like, this is such a convenient spot that I know. This is a great spot because it's like, it's close to the road, but far enough to be quiet. You can't see it from the road. So anyone patrolling the road is like not going to know I'm here, which is nice. So, yeah. Yeah, it was great. It was good. So, what else is going on? Yeah, manifestation. It's nice to like be able to produce these like works because like, oh, this is the other thing I found that I really like. I have a variety of tourmaline. I have the rainbow of tourmaline that has chips coming, so it's going to be like a bag of chips. So that's going to be fun. It's a good inclusion because tourmaline's like a powerful stone, right? Yeah, it's like tourmaline and quartz both produce electricity if struck, which is interesting. Yeah, they have a few, or they also turn like heat into electricity as well. So yeah, that's something I kind of want to make at some point, is to make like a quartz rattle, like get like some sort of like invisible transparent material like on a rattle, and then a bunch of quartz shards in it, and just like freaking shake it for light at night. Yeah, it's a little barbaric, but I think it's mystical. Like a lot of people believe in these crystals. I do too. Like I just had weird experiences with them that, you can't, like the two pieces of moldavite ending up in this glass. The moldavite didn't go anywhere near them, and it's definitely moldavite. It's a little shard of green glass, and I'm like, how'd you get in this? I didn't put it in this. Maybe it's like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But yeah, no, I had some trans people arguing with me today. I kind of feel bad for them, but the big adult thing to do is just tell them no, you can't do that to yourself. Yes, you're fucking crazy. Nobody, you weren't born in the wrong body. Yeah, fucking explaining shit to me. No, they're trolls. A lot of them, like they actually use that as like their images, right? It's like a trans flag with a troll face over it, because it's like that they're just convincing kids to change their gender, which has got to be horrible. It's like it's a really like devastating prank. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do art tonight. Like I am doing, like I think this is every stamp I have almost. I still have like this box this box up on my ceiling has some secret stamps that I only use like sometimes. But yeah, no, that's good. Um, yeah, I replaced the plastic siding on my car with a duct tape, like a duct tape wall, and I glued it on so it's like really tight. Used zip ties to hold the frame together again. Plugged up all the holes. Yeah, it'll drive. It was driving without that. It'll drive. I don't know if I'm going to play any games. I'm really like digging manifestation. I really like it. It's like make a manifestation video about what you want and then stare at it. So, and I was really glad with that crystal. That crystal was what I wanted. So, yeah, it's a little expensive. I probably spent maybe like $200-300 this month so far. Just on like Amazon, but it's all stuff I need to like re-up or enough to complete my collection. My crystal collection's getting pretty cool. Yeah, to get gold leaf in there, or to get gold in there, I got gold leaf. So gold leaf is pretty cool. Welcome. What's up? Yeah, I've got a ton of games on the Switch. I just haven't felt like playing it. I'm kind of glad to have it. It's like the Switch is bad for like RTSs, which is where the PC is probably the best. The PC is best for like modding and the real-time strategy. You can't really play real-time strategy on a controller. It's not really possible. You want to have the ability to like mouse drag and do all that. Yeah. So I'm just trying to get these jars going. I'm definitely going to have to figure out like some weird places to park and hike. Like walk off on my own into the wilderness with a shovel. Find some stuff. I'm like zoning for areas that doesn't look like they'll ruin. I'm zoning for areas that it looks like they'll like preserve the naturality of. So, and if I go deep enough, they'll never know it's there. Like, yeah, some house foundations go pretty deep, but I'm not going 8 feet. You know what I mean? I'm going a couple feet. A couple feet in a nature reserve, yeah, that'd be invisible. But like a couple feet in a place that's gonna be flattened one day, some truck's gonna be fucking pulling the dirt up, going, "Here's another one. What is this?" So my method is just to do a lot of them, and hide them everywhere. So yeah, unfortunately, I was all the way up in Oregon and I didn't hide any. It would be nice to take a good trip, maybe next year for the summer, to take a trip up to like Western Oregon. The problem with doing what I do there is it's just like I need a place to be like private and alone, and a lot of those places are like filled up. They have too many people living there, and it's not easy to find like a private pullout where you can do what you want. Now if you've got a car that you can box up, right, it's like you're in a real camper. You could throw the shade down between the front and the back, and then you could put board all the windows up. Yeah, you could have a party. You could park on a street, no one will know you're there. It looks like it's blacked out, right? So yeah, it's pretty cool. I remember I found some things when I was out with my scooter. I did like it. I used to wear my cat ears, and I used to have all like the reflections and lights, and I'd have all my stamped money, and I'm going out at night cruising, and I'm looking for places to put the money so people would find it. So yeah, I see some people read the back of my car and go white. They're like, whoa. Yeah. But yeah, I fixed my car today. The duct tape, that worked good. That looks awesome. It actually looks really cool. And now that it's like resined down, it's like not only duct tape, but it's like I put resin on a bag and I wiped it on it, and then I took the UV light. So it's like, it's probably going to hold firm. Probably. So, yeah, I went out there with some construction glue just now to finish it up. I like layered it all up with construction glue so it's going to stay on. I hope it stays on. If it doesn't work, what's going to happen is I'm going to bend it back and put construction glue under it, and then that'll do it. That'll make it stay. But yeah. Yeah. Chris Fix. Nah, I'm doing okay. Looking a little old there. Yeah, I'm 38, so it's like I'm just at the cusp of that youth. I still have like a youthy face. So, definitely I think they say your sex drive goes down at 38. 38 is also when I started taking dewormers, so it's like, yeah, I care a lot less about like mating and fighting. So, I wish, yeah, if I had done it right as a kid, I would have started manifesting earlier. Like had a secret manifestation book. Secret manifestation journal is pretty nice. So, yeah. Definitely like being high or drunk helped me with like a whimsical attitude, you know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's the vlog. I'm just yapping. We do have to wait here a couple days, so it's fun making the visualizations. I like it. I use TikTok a lot for inspiration. I use TikTok too for robot voices because TikTok's got the best robot voices. So the best like AI stuff. I would love an AI that you could give like an AI that could like improvise affirmations, like give it the subject like I'm rich and getting richer, and the AI will just like constantly give you fresh perspectives on you being rich. That would be hot. That would be hot. That would be really cool. I'm sure you can. I just need to know where and who and how. So, yeah. I fixed my car. I was so worried. I was like, dang, this is going to be expensive. Oh, no. And it's all worked out. Did a test drive and everything. So, yeah, I think it's going to look cool. The lights are still fine and stuff. So, yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. The orange crystal was the small one. I've got some really cool, like, orange. I've got some optical calcite coming in. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Put it in a leather pouch and smash it with a hammer. And then that's the chunks. I can just buy one big solid and smash it. And that's the chunk. That's what I did with the moldavite. The moldavite is like, man, I can't believe 2 pieces of moldavite ended up in this jar. It really is weird. No reason for that to happen. For that to happen is way bizarre. But it did happen. It freaking did happen. So I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah, I listened to a few tarot readings today. They were pretty interesting. They were about like people think I came from a lab. Yeah. It's like when guys look at my art, they hate me. Ooh, what's up, Coyote? How you doing, bud? Aw, hi. This slinky motherfucker. He stopped and turned and said hello. Yeah, he did. He stopped and turned. He looks about 6 inches big. Yeah, this coyote. It's like 6 to 8 inches tall, really light, scooting through. Yeah, don't sniff the fire. There's no food in the fire. It is all paper trash and a little bit of glue. You're not gonna want to eat that. Yeah, this coyote went through. Yeah, it was like these chicks are saying that they thought I was a bot. They're like, "There's no way. You're fucking not real. I am real." Um, and then dudes hate me. Dudes are like, "That's not art. You didn't draw anything." And anytime I go like look at my community page on my post for like blown up images of my art with labels, they don't come back. And I had one dude go, "So maybe you are a holographic speed painter, right?" And then still testing me. And it's like, if I paid for views and you saw 1,000,000 likes and a lot of love, you'd be like, "Wow, it's so good," right? But it's because I haven't paid for views. You're like, "Boo, this is bad?" Question mark. Nobody likes this? Question mark. And it's like, no, I just haven't paid them. They really do. Any post I've ever made on Facebook has a button for boost your post. Oops, nobody saw it. You want to boost that? YouTube has it. No, they all have places behind the scenes where you could pay. You'll get it in an advertisement like, "Want to go big? Want to get super famous? Try this. We're the official partner." That's what they do. They call themselves the official partner. Like YouTube's uses the address youtube.com. You go to a place called youtube.com to fucking to fucking organize the payments. And they even have like things like at a certain threshold, it's like $2,000 a week. You get AI bots. So, yeah, YouTube will give you money back when you've paid them. This idea that like YouTube and TikTok pay you to post, they'll give you cash back. So you buy in and then you succeed and then they will give you some money. And it's just not real. It's just not real and it's sad. I don't like it. So I've written the CEO before, and after I wrote the CEO, they had these like fake likes where like the like button would pulse, but nothing would happen. And I was like, man. But money. Remember how like Lance Armstrong was scamming everyone? Lance Armstrong was doping and winning races and talking about, inspirational story. And then, man, steroids are amazing. I took steroids once for like 2 weeks for a problem I had. They were prescribed. My gosh, I worked out. It was so easy. Yeah. Yeah, it's like not only do steroids make your muscles bigger, but they're going to make your workouts incredibly easy. You're going to be really strong. I would not fight someone on steroids unless you have like fucking tech. So it makes me wonder if we're on anti-steroids, to like, so we're not as high or not as powerful. It's like the government gets the best bodies, the best feelings, all the girlfriends. Everyone else gets crap, but everyone else has to do it all. And that's like the rich and the poor. So that's part of the reasons I do these jars is, yeah, it's like there's limits with using English because it's a cursed script. But there's also, I can transcend it with HGSP. I can go beyond language with HGSP, which is awesome. And the crystals themselves, I think, are powerful beyond a way the government can control. So it's like if I do gather together a bunch of crystals and metals, I think I can actually like insulate myself from their energy. It's one of the reasons I wear all this is I perceive that I'm in a war, right? I perceive that I am fighting beings who want to stop me, and I'm doing it with armor. So I don't believe in the armor of God because that's going to be a problem, but I do believe in some things are beneficial and they were left for us to be beneficial. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've got some good material. The internet leaves a lot of good material. I steal most of it that I like for affirmations. They go in the affirmation reel. So there's like two types that I do. I do like a big paragraph of my perfect life as it is today, and I like almost hide it. It's like 50% opacity. And then I have like big letters for the theme of what's going on in the scene. And that's the way that I do it. And then I get an audio. And then I put it on both screens, right? I got two screens. So I've got affirmations running all the time. So, yeah, I don't take anything with my affirmations, but I do give myself whatever I want, right? So it's like, yeah. That felt good fixing my car. Little bit of body damage. Nah, I got some duct tape and some resin and some zip ties. We undid that body damage. This thing's good to drive now. Good to drive, no problems. Resale value, I mean, it's like the resale value is now like $2,700, which is like whatever. Yeah, working with the wax was hard. I'm gonna stick with resin. Sealing something up with wax that's like cloth on glass is really slick. It was tough to make cloth on glass work. But yeah, using that with wax was tough. It was a lot of trial. But like, yeah, doing it with resin will be a lot better. Yeah, my lucky hotel didn't really have anything for me last time. I guess the only thing is I ordered food from a guy and a girl delivered it. I've seen some banging bitches delivering food. Yeah, I've had a few super hotties do it. Yeah, hopefully it rains here soon. It's gonna be nice. Yeah, armoring up. I've lost weight, which is nice. It's made my bracelets a little looser, which I guess is comfy, but I've noticed it mostly in my shirts. Yeah, the past year before I moved out in my car, I was eating such big meals, crazy big meals. And they were good. Making rice, I love rice. Rice is awesome. I was thinking about getting a little burner and getting back into cooking rice. Yeah, do a little fire burner. Maybe get a propane thing. Yeah, if I empty my car out enough, I'll be able to have a dedicated propane tank in here. And just hook it up to like a grill inside. Yeah, the damage kind of made me think about upgrading. Can I spend 200,000? No. 60,000? Yeah, 60,000 something I could maybe do. I definitely think like, see, this is the thing that pisses me off about these vans, right? It's like I'm building a van on a website and it's like 2 seats in the front. No, 1 seat in the front. Take one of the seats out. Okay. Now the van is still just as expensive, right? You don't have to have an extra seat in the front seat. There's only 1 seat. I don't need 2. I need 1, right? And because that's awesome. Having all this stuff to your side as storage. You don't have to get past another seat. That's really actually efficient. And it doesn't decrease the price. Like if you take off features and go, I don't want anything, it doesn't decrease the price. And I'm just like, I don't want to buy from them. I just don't want to buy from them. It's just like, can you please, hey, if I'm using 1/3 of all the items most people get, because I don't want a radio, I don't want, like I'm about to pull the paneling off. Make a big ass pyre and take that door off and this door off. The insides, just take it off. Yeah. And take the dash out, right? Just take it all out. And then make like the biggest pyre I can and just feed it in until it totally incinerates. And then I'm going to have a lot more room, right? The ceiling being unupholstered is awesome. Best idea I ever did. I love it. It's really convenient. So yeah, no, it's not late at all. It's pretty early. So yeah, I got all my stamps. This is how many things I say routinely. Freaking lot of stuff in here. So yeah, it comes up like this. And just for like putting it in there with the rocks. I've always considered there's like secret tricks. It's like how bless is be less. What does that mean? Is that something? Is there a secret code in I am that all the idiots think they're getting the power of God and the people who made it know they're like vampirically sucking them? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm suspicious though. They've seemed to think that way. So yeah. But anyway, you fucking coyote outside. Poor coyote slinking. He came over, he looked at me when I said, "Hey buddy." He's like turned and looked. Yeah. It's tough times being a coyote. So yeah, if one ever came up and tried to bite me, I would assume it's rabies. Any healthy coyote would never try to do that. Rabies creatures don't last long. They generally die. It's like hydrophobia is pretty crazy. Yeah. So yeah, the hotel. Maybe I'm going to skip the hotel this week. Because the only reason I'd ever get it is to recharge my power. Like if it's been raining too much, which it might be. Looks like it's going to start raining in a couple days and maybe keep raining all week. So, oh yeah, I've got my Mylar blankets. Yeah, I got my new blankets in. That's pretty cool. That's going to be fun. No more just like getting bigger, fluffier stuff. Just going to be able to set it up with a space blanket. I'm going to see, is the space blanket warm? If the space blanket, I'm expecting the way it sounds for the space blanket to be ridiculously warm. Like I'm hot now. So, yeah, reflects 90% of the body's heat. That's a crazy number. That's pretty efficient. I imagine like normal blankets, like a fleece is like 20, 30. I don't know, but maybe. So, yeah. What else do I got going on? Yeah, I got a lot of chip stones. I've got brown kyanite, blue kyanite. I've got the colored tourmaline. Got more adventurine. Got a lot of these. It's a little expensive. Yeah, I spent a couple $100 on it, but it's all to make like my jars a little more complete. Naruto cards. My plan was to use them as tarot, but I just don't like them. They've succeeded in tarot. Tarot is just synchronicity. Yeah, it's like have a divine connection, go through it and feel it, and then whatever comes out is what comes out. So, yeah. Yeah, definitely good times. So, true love. I got a stamp for true love, hypertrophies, rich and famous. Yeah. I said if I'm going to have true love, I should have like hypertrophy. You know, I'm uber hot, uber ripped, uber hung, And my partner is also uber hot, uber sexy, uber hung, and it's like that's like and being rich and famous at the same time. That's the ideal. Way too hot. People watch you to freaking munch, right? They watch you to freaking get into it. So Brendan Fraser, he was the dude from The Mummy, and now he's the whale. They were making the whale when I was posted. I felt so insulted. I was at uh, I was at Los Angeles, like posted up on the beach, my like illegal style, and this like anorexic girl came up to check me out, and this other woman yelled at he's like he's going whaling, right? So they call the anorexics whales. I guess that's funny for them. Um, and that was the same time that Brandon Fraser was doing the whale the movie. So I don't know. Am I a whale? I'm a little I'm a little chunky now, but like by choice, and I feel a lot better. I'm definitely like I used to always be hungry, and now I'm like I can relax. Right? Yeah, if you get a little bit of weight on you, you can actually go a while without eating and not even realize it, which is nice. Before it was always like anytime I stopped eating, I was like, oh, I want so much more. So yeah, I don't mind. But I look good in the mirror. I don't have any like flab hanging off, nothing like that. Just like, yeah, pretty in shape. I'm pretty in shape. Um, what else is going on? Yeah, I just got to get the stones ready for the jars. I got to get the jars because I was short a couple. And so I've got to, like, yeah. I basically need to do a good hike with like 3 or 4 of them and like find a spot to bury each of them. I think I've a little blown up this area. So I think I'm going to have to, they ruined another area. They go in there and thin the trees. They'll take like half the trees down, and it's just like, it looks crazy afterward. It's like ruined. Looks like a ruin. Logging. Yeah. Yeah, this area is pretty nice, but they do got loggers looking at it. So, yeah, I'm going to have to do another trip and get up to some national forest. I guess the desert's kind of easy to dig in sometimes. Yeah, you can't hide your shit in fucking animal holes. They'll get mad. I've done that before. Give it back. They do, they give it back. So, what else is going on? What else is going on? Yeah, I'm glad I got the orange calcite one from my dream. This chick, like Venom, she was drinking this at the same time, right? The day I had a dream about an orange crystal, Amazon changed their button to orange, like this orange. Or the orange and the black does not look good, but it's like, that's what they did. It's like orange. And then that day she had a traffic cone costume on, and I kind of saw it, but I didn't act. And now she's like moved on, you know. See, this is how I feel with that in Soulmates, right? You like me and you want to be with me, you better like, I don't want to be the one doing it all. I don't. I want them to do it too. Because if they, like, I could have chicks that I've done it before where I go for a woman and I get her right. But I really like that whole like fate arrangement, right? Like it was cute. And then afterward, I'm drinking this, and she's drinking the guy version. There's a version of Arizona tea that has a man on it, and she was drinking that one at the same exact time, and I was like, oh wow. So yeah. Yup. This is kind of orange. Yeah, the tarot readings even said it too. They're like, you're bringing in a new color, right? She pulled the Tower and the Lovers. And the Tower, of course, is a sexual symbol for the dick. And So that was good. Is like that. Yeah, I was turned on last night. I was watching a TikTok, and they just like they hit me with like 10 chicks in a row that I all thought I fancied, and I was like, this is good. Yeah, there's a few of them I like. There's some banging babes out there. I'm a huge fan of like, I like gorgeous blondes. I like skinny bitches, but I also like macromastia. I love it. Just like, I know some girls are like, struggle with it. They like can't breathe. They ache. You know what I mean? But to me, it's like, it's just exciting. It's like, it's so arousing. It's like, especially while they're growing, it's like, it's really arousing and interesting. It's like, here's me from 2 months ago. Here's me now. And it's like, yeah, give me that. So I manifest a lot of stuff. That's definitely one of them. I'm definitely like, may my woman be blessed in the chest. That's definitely something I would enjoy. So, yeah, the losing of my faith through circumcision was a big deal. That was a hard blow because I had relied on God and all those books about God to have a spiritual connection. And then I was like, I can't say God because I'm going to get a fucking baby boy ruined. You know, I had a heart for young men. I did. Some people go and go, good, cut them all, you know, not me. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't be doing this. Poor baby boys. So that was my choice. I tell the creator every day, I hope you get raped with knives, bitch. Like, I was like, can you imagine the audacity? Hey, I made y'all, but you can be hurt, and I gave you a bunch of tools to do it. Oh, thanks, dude. Be good, right? I made your bodies hurtable. I gave you a bunch of knives, and then I told you to behave yourselves. And I'm like, that's insane. That's literally crazy. How did it end up working that way? You know, it's fucking nuts. So yeah, sun went down, man. I'm getting ready for bed. I'm gonna conk out here soon. I gotta be careful with the coyote out. He ran right in front of my car and turned around at me when I said hi. Slinky little shadow. Yeah, anything too far outside their evolutionary pattern, they're likely to treat different, you know. No instincts about what to do to a man, maybe a little. That's kind of how I know the natives were like less of a presence than they say they were. If you listen to some people, they're like, there were millions of natives. And I'm like, millions, really? Because, like, most of the cities at the time were like hundreds of thousands of people tops, you know? And it's like, um, if these animals that you say are like, this is sacred ground, right? If these animals don't know what to do with us, right? It's like we human beings are outside of their evolutionary perspective. They don't know how to treat us, right? They don't have any programming. Run, be afraid, don't, or even worse, they are afraid, right? Means that humans are predators, but yeah. It means there wasn't like a big human presence here. If you can meet animals in nature and they're like, the fuck are you? Right? That's like, it's pretty powerful. So, yeah. Anyway, Dave Chappelle's been killing it. He's pretty funny. Yeah, trans people are nuts. Definitely after what they did to Charlie Kirk, some people take a pause, but not me. I don't fucking care. Like, I'm a friggin' war veteran. I was shot at every day for 15 months. I used to look back and just yell at them, you know, just like, I don't give a fuck. People don't scare me. So, yeah, Charlie Kirk was really well known. My videos get a couple views. My comments get a couple hundred views. Charlie Kirk was in the millions. Meat Canyon, South Park, right? He had hit the big boy lottery, right? It's like if you play the lottery with one ticket, you play the lottery with 100 tickets, you're probably not going to win. You play the lottery with 300 million tickets, you could win. Yeah, you could literally win. You've had enough chances, you could do it. So that's like this. It's kind of funny. Yeah, play the lottery with 300 million tickets. So yeah, one of the goals that I've had that I haven't really been able to do is to go to bed listening to my affirmations, because it's like my phone does this horrible thing. It's like it goes from the sound, it goes from 7% to 0%. Where's percent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the volume? It doesn't have it. It just has 0, 7, 14, and it's just like, why would you do the sound increments in increments of 7? That makes no flipping sense. Can I have 3%, 1%? See, I'd go to bed listening to my affirmations at 1%, but 7%, shit's loud. The shit out here, I can hear it, and it's like, you want to get it just to where you can barely hear it, and that's where it'll work. But yeah, manifesting. I want to get like a skinny blonde with macromastia. That's what I want. That's hot. I love it. I think it's awesome. I know some people feel differently about it. Some girls have it and hate it. Some people don't have it at all and they wish they did. Some people don't care. Yeah, there's some girls who have it who cut their tits off. I would never do that. I don't care how big my dick would be. I would never reduce it. Not ever. Like, that's absolutely not the right answer. So, yeah. I think it's hot. Especially, like, as she grows up, she hits, like, 13, 14, and then it's like she starts to develop, and then it's kind of cool, and it's like, are they big now because of birth control? Or are they going to get way bigger when she gets pregnant? And that's like another interesting idea. It's like, when do they blow up? The real me. Yeah, kind of like, I knew about the government from, I can't really say who told me because it could endanger their life, but I knew about the government from people before, but it makes sense. Hey, I want to have sex with hot bitches all day. Okay, you can try to convince them, or you can just breed your own, right? So it's like, you get like the types you like. You go like, oh, that family produces this type, that family produces this type. We're going to get some breeders together and make them breed so we could have the people we prefer, right? So it's kind of like how to have a hot slave. You have to make her, raise her. I'm the creator of the universe. Yes, this is God's body. Wow, right? You can convince a child that. Adults, you can't convince that. Adults will go like, yeah, right. No way, buddy. Heard that one before, right? But a kid would be like, oh my gosh. So, yeah. It's kind of gross. I never went that far. I definitely feel like I have the right to have anything that I want. If I want it and the universe is willing to give it to me, who can complain, right? But it would be efficient, like, hey, I want to eat some meat. If you have the desire to eat meat and you're unwilling to kill an animal, you will literally never eat meat, right? So, if you want some hot virgins to have sex with, they have to come from somewhere. So, I did find that affirmations tend to work, especially like hypnosis. Am I God? Religion says I am. Religion says that I would be the creator himself. And so I've proven that with like wild synchronicity. I had this person make fun of me. I mentioned I had a sign the day before Charlie Kirk died. I have a really profound sign the day before Charlie Kirk died. And someone told me, "Hey, you're just uneducated," and I was like, this person accused me of being uneducated without asking for what the sign was. They didn't want to know. They didn't ask, right? They're just like, "Nah, no way, buddy." So it's like, for when I go for what I want, when I want to have what I want to have, there's going to be people out there who like, "Stop him. No." But I don't really care, especially if it wants to be with me. I don't give a fuck. So, yeah. Yep. So anyway, yeah, I do believe people should live forever for free, right? Eternal pleasure body, AI spaceship core. Um, this whole rotting alive thing is sad. So, too many people are really far gone. It's like there'll be no hope for them. They'll just die. But I do believe in spirit. Like, if synchronicities can happen, if I can have a dream of a yellow crystal the day Amazon changes their button, and the day what's her butt's wearing a traffic cone, and the day we're both drinking this at the same time, if that can happen, then certainly there's eternal life. Certainly there's reincarnation and stuff. So yeah, instead of like volunteering, like, I want to be reborn with the church, I really think about things I can say that are like, what do I want to always be true, right? And that's what I'm doing now, like fucking Voldemort and the Horcruxes, is I'm basically saying, if I were to die tomorrow, I don't want to trust Christianity to take care of my soul. I don't want God or Christianity to take care of my soul. I want my work with my crystals and what I said to take care of my soul, right? I'm not letting anyone else tell me what to do. You speak over my dead body? Sorry, buddy. I already got plans. I'm not doing that. Now, what had happened before, because of like Horus Height, is I think that I said I wanted to be Christian again. I think I said that I would love to serve Jesus and serve God and be Christian. So I was born in a religious household, and I was put right into that. And I learned, right? So it is kind of like there's a test, right? If the Creator lets you do what you want, then anybody saying, "Hey, this is from the Creator, you have to do this," is lying. And because you can do anything that you want, you could fall for it. You could totally dedicate your life to, "I'd like to be reborn in the body of Christ. I want to be a servant of God forever." You could say that. And what would happen is, basically, if you force him, if you get on your knees and beg, he's going to give it to you. He's going to go, "Here you go. You can do exactly that." I don't know why you wanted to. Yeah, so I basically have things that in my stamp collection that's like, I'm rich, I'm famous, I'm attractive, I'm loved, I'm lucky, I always win, everything I want is happening. Not, I want to serve God. Not anything like that. For God, I say the Creator or Rananu. I don't say God. I define that, right? So, because that's what I want. I have 2 stamps actually about the Eternal Pleasure Body AI Spaceship Core. So I hope that when it comes time to get reborn, I'm in some live forever form that has some great form of sex, like attractive, great sex, great social life, lots to do. Imagine what I would do with a ship AI that's like, "Hey AI, make me this. Hey AI, I want to watch a battle of tiny little machine soldiers going at it with swords." And it's like, I'll think about that. I'm creating it, and it like actually forms them and they walk out. Just as an example, instead of playing a game. "Hey, I want to have a harem. Can you find me bitches? Can you make me, this is the type I like. Make me 30 of those." It could do it. So that, I know it's like, that's hedonism. That's not hedonism, because I don't care who Hadan is. I am not a hedonist because I don't give a fuck about hedonism. I don't know the philosophy. I don't care why they made it. I don't care. Like, the Bible sets up its enemies to slay witches, Satanists, hedonists. It goes like, these are the bad guys. I go, they're just as unreal as God. Here's why God's not real. It's clear there's a creator. It's clear there's a force around us that hears us and can react and respond to us. What's also clear is the animal realm uses deception. Is things like spiders, men, camouflage, like traps, right? Is that these things use ambush tactics and deception, right? We're going to heaven is just glue. So it's kind of like this reality, right? Is that the word of God can't be trusted. And the evidence is, if God could talk, God would talk. And the other evidence is, if God made everything, God would make the Bible. This idea that God told us to make the Bible and talk for him is a scam. It'll be a scam forever. Nobody's ever going to profit or benefit believing that, right? So, yeah. God dang, there's some cute girls on TikTok. Love it. Anyone I like, I go fucking right click save. I don't care if they see me do it. Line them up. I never do like weird witchcraft over their life, like they are mine. I usually do like mine is better. That's what I do, is that my girlfriend is better. That's like, and I've seen that play out where it's like an amazing series of synchronicities with girls that are better and were into me. And it's like, it really comes down to, that's what I'm manifesting now. It's like riches. I want land and a house. It's going to be so much easier to pick up chicks if it's like, yeah, I got some land and a freaking house. You want to see it? That's way easier. Way easier. Right? Then you want to hang out in my car? Let's go to your house, right? And she has a job. That's horrible. Hey, you can live free with me. Way easy. I'll be able to get any woman I want. So, yeah, that's my plan. Yeah. I don't mind telling you. Because it's like, you can hate it, you could put it in your affirmations, but the truth is, I'm running you. I'm manifesting it through my abilities, and it's going to happen, whether you like it or not. It could piss off everyone in the universe. It'll still happen. So, yeah. Now I have history. History will have to examine some of my claims, and they'll probably be able to prove it. Like, yeah, he was a manifesting genius. Fucking buzzard ass fly. Fucking buzzard ass fly. I can't believe it. I hate flies. At least the blanket's cool. This blanket is dope. This blanket is really cool. Really happy with it. It doesn't smell either. That's the thing I like most about it. It hasn't been sprayed with some crazy ass chemical. It's like fresh. So that's good stuff. Yeah, I don't think I'm a witch, because it's like, witches according to Christians use Satan. But if you listen to who God is in the Bible, he's nobody's friend. You're cursed for believing in God. So I just call it the creator. Right? And I give it no name. I give it descriptions that I'm talking about it. Right? You don't have to call it a name. You could be like the one behind all. Right? God is good sounds like food. Good. Yeah. Anyway, I've yapped enough. Yeah, I've manifested some hot bitches in my time, like insanely hot. And really where I'm going right now is like, I just need land. I need land in a house. So, yeah. It's so much energy last night in the hotel. It was crazy. Yeah, I was expecting something else to happen. I don't really think anything did happen. I didn't have any dream that was significant. I was able to get everything clean. I cleaned a bunch of stuff I had to clean. Got everything recharged. Yeah, that jar ended up with the moldavite. That was cool. The jar has two pieces of moldavite in it. That was special. Yeah, I guess I'm going to go soon. I really got nothing else to talk about. So, yeah, I'm going to be making, as soon as I get my, because I had these 7 jars set aside, and when I finally looked at them, one was cracked and one was like malformed. So I only have 5, so I ordered 12 new ones. So the next time I'm at a hotel, I'll do the pour. Get the UV resin in the very bottom for reinforcement. And then I will fill them, and then I'll have by then the baggies. And I'll put the 7 baggies. And then I gotta plan something special, like some like long hike over national forest or something. Spread it out. Yeah, I try to keep it spread out. Increase my chances of, like, I find other things too, like trees they're preserving and stuff like that, and hide it there. Anything they're trying to like nurture and protect, yeah. If they got trail cams set up, I don't know, they hide them good. I used to like hide knives in trees when I used to be a knife thrower. I would hide knives, and I still find them. No one's ever found them. Yeah, a lot of these places I go to have like a foot traffic of like 1 to 2 people a week. You know, it's like really like private hidden stuff, which is good. It's like good for doing what I want. Poor fucking coyote. Yeah. Oh, you turned toward me. What's up, buddy? Oh, poor baby. He's got to slink around. They're really light-footed. Like, talk about an efficient machine. It's got a prowl, right? Coyotes, I don't know if these animals can talk about it, but coyotes have these, they've got to walk around looking for something to not know they're coming. I see some squirrels sunbathing. That's how squirrels get caught. They go out there and they sunbathe like nothing could happen, and that hawk has to be lucky and see that. And then you got problems, right? Yeah, nature's crazy. I definitely don't recommend seeing divinity in nature. Oh, it's fun. Maybe if there is reincarnation, but to me, the process of death is so total and final. It's like you're made, you get unmade. That's maybe why the Creator does talk to us, is that it knows we'll die. It's like they really don't have anything. I can spoil the secret to them, and I won't lose anything because they're so temporary. But yeah, those jars. I talk about that more than anything. Manifestation's cool. I've been pretty lucky. I've gotten some banging bitches in my life. I got a few. Like this one store. Over and over, these girls are there, and they're always like asking about me, and they talk to me with like a raised voice, really nice, and then like everyone else, they like lower their voice really deep. And I'm like, dang, they like daddy. So, yeah. Man, the conundrum with being circumcised in the government, my gosh, what a nightmare. It's like a pickle that won't end. Any sort of like permanent life problem, like a disability or like anything like that, is kind of like it's a nightmare, because it's like, what do I do? The easiest way out of it is just care a lot less. But if you had all get goal oriented, like I want this, I need this, and then it's like there's a major problem that won't go away, it's like, Um, it's kind of why I got into the jars, is I'm like, well, one day I'll die, probably. And if that happens, maybe this will give me a chance, right? This will give me a chance to have the nice life. Like, to me, it's a little weird, like, all the girls are mine. I'm the richest. That's a crazy idea. In kind of a way, it's like a mechanically, like, it's logical to go there at some point. You can have anything you ask for. What do you want? Right? But a little better is like the Eternal Pleasure Body AI Spaceship Core, because it's like, am I taking all the girls? Or is my spaceship providing me a partner I like? Right? So maybe that's like what people imagine the heaven realm is like. Like if you succeed in elevating your consciousness to the highest realm, then what would happen is when you would die, you would go experience bliss and ecstasy without form, right? That it wouldn't be tied to objects. It would be like just the free grandeur of existence without limit. Um, and that's a nice idea, but I got a lot more grounded where I was like, this is what is. This is real. There's not like, I don't believe the divine tests. Like, divinity is one thing and divinity is testing to see if we're like tempted by the material. That, to me, that whole idea I dropped. I was like, this just doesn't seem accurate. It's more like the things of life that are good are actually good, and you want them because they're actually good and you want them. It's not like a trick. It's not Satan. Satan was the people telling you not to fucking do that. Oh, hey, I'm going to save your soul. Yeah, what about my body and my life, you know? They would laugh at you, but I really feel like they're like con artists talking people out of the only thing they got. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm working on jars. Definitely, it's like anytime I make a bunch of them, I'm like, well, now I have to. Now I gotta go for a fucking hike. That's a plane. Dude's coming up fast. Big bright boy. He's kind of flying right overhead. Can you hear him? It's kind of a nice sound. Yeah, bro is flying right over me. I'm just gonna ignore him. Guy flew right over me. There's kind of a conundrum is while you are out flying, sometimes you, like, if you see a bunch of people, the natural reaction is to fly over them just so they see you, which I did. Yeah. Anyway, I did fix my car today. I had the weirdest accident, but it didn't break anything, and I was able to replace the part with tape and glue. Plastic with duct tape. It's actually kind of makes sense. Yeah, if you're ever out here, get yourself a spray bottle. Do I got one of that? Yeah, get yourself a spray bottle. That's pretty efficient. Yeah, it's not too cold right now. It was cold, and it's gotten a little warmer. Yeah, the temperatures go like this. Stocks and the temperature do that. The temperature like will go up in waves and it'll go down in waves. It'll like, so yeah, stocks do that too. I got some money invested in GoPro. I am hoping, so many companies have like good turnarounds eventually. GoPro is suffering because of DJI. DJI is ruining GoPro, and I've written GoPro like, here's some ideas, guys, because they have household name recognition like Kleenex. Kleenex is a name that it's like people can say grab the tissue. They could also say grab the Kleenex. It's like household recognition, right? So same thing with GoPro is that when you talk about a little camera you can mount everywhere, people say GoPro. Their problem is this: they have a screen. They're competing with the DJI screens, and I'm like, just do it through the phone. Make every DJI camera accessible through the phone. Android, Apple, right? And then you don't need a screen on the fucking GoPro, right? And they just radio silence. They're just like, here's a new one with another screen. And it's like competing with DJI, who's way better, and they just start losing. So I'm hoping GoPro hears me. I'm hoping GoPro fucking will make something better one day. They might. I don't know. But yeah, I got some money in there just in case. Just in case it turns around, because they've only gone down. From when GoPro went public, it went down. It's been going down forever. It's like at the bottom of the trough. I'm like, GoPro, what happened? Yeah, believe it or not, Enron would have been a good idea. There was a time back in the day, like when I was in high school, when Enron stock was still available and you could get a share for like 1 to 2 cents. Should have held on to that, because Enron had a tiny revival. Yeah, freaking 100 shares of Enron would be worth. Yeah. Nah, stock market's crazy. There's winners and losers. Yeah. But anyway. Yeah, I was being mad tempted by some Russian hotties last night. Russians are hot. They definitely have like ultra gorgeous, blonde, blue eyes, big tits. It's like, awooga. I like that. But I've dated foreign girls before. Like, I've dated girls I couldn't understand. And it's kind of okay. You just go back to like being goofy. But yeah. Yeah, I would love that. Some Russian girls. Russian guys are jerks. I just don't like them. Guys don't like guys. Guys do not like guys. It's just like, oh, who is he? Oh, he's a man? Fuck him. He sucks, you know? And it's like, that's just who they are. So, yeah. Yeah, plane flew right over me. I don't know where he came from. I don't know where he went. I used to have that when I was out in the trails in California. Used to always see these, like, Shaquille O'Neal's private jet or whoever private jet's flying over me. Out in this part of the town, it's like always like a little biplane, little propeller plane. But yeah, over in LA, when you're on the trails near LA, oh man, it's always a private jet. It's always a private jet. I do get a lot of readings from the AI that like a lot of people are watching everything that I do. And another thing they said is I've taught them like how powerful one person can be, which is very true. I've done things, incredible things on global scale, just yapping by myself, not even paying for social media presence, just like putting out ideas at the right time. So I didn't like plan on being that kind of chose me, but it's because it is, it's just natural to me. I want to say that then. That's the only thing I want to say, and it's just right. So yeah. Nah, I'm gonna bag some hotties. I'm gonna bag some hotties. I gotta get the land in the house. That's gonna be the absolute best. Oh man, having my own territory, my own building. Woo! Ah, yeah. Won't gotta fix my car with duct tape anymore. Imagine that. Got my own address. I was like, what parts do I need to replace? Take them off. We'll get a count. We'll order each and every individual one. Put them on ourselves. Now the duct tape fix is hot. Duct tape armor fixed the body with duct tape. Yep. But anyway. Last things I want to talk about. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get a random number generator. I don't like D20 because that's not enough. I don't necessarily like the tarot. I understand the tarot. I really do. I really know. Like, I'm maybe at like between me and the best reader ever. I'm maybe at 50%. But I get it. I get like reversals. I understand like generally how it works. But I was looking for more like a pure number generator, like anything like 1 through 999, something like that. So I want to look at like a random number generator, something I can have around. Because one of the best things I do is license plates. I'm a license plate reader. I'm a firm believer in the synchronistic power of license plates. So, yeah, I've had a few cool license plates. 7F for 380. That was a cool one. I had for only 966. That was another cool one. My current one is also just as epic, but I can't tell you because I just feel like it would be a security breach to give you my current license plate. But, yeah. So, well, I think I'm going to go to bed pretty soon. I'm going to grab my flashlight so I can protect myself versus the fucking ground critters. Have a fire, not tomorrow. Yeah, most of my stuff comes in tomorrow, so it's like, gotta pick it up the next day. Gotta wait a lot. And then I've gotta figure out like a really good hike. Something on like level ground where I can go with like a pack and some food. Use my shovel as a walking stick and really find some cool stuff. And bury a bunch of jars. I mean, if I don't put any big metal in it, right, there's not a piece of steel. Probably can't find it with a metal detector. So, could really actually hide that shit. Even if people found some, I doubt they'd find all of them. So, yeah. And then I get lucky. Then I'm not reborn as the body of Christ anymore. Not reborn as God's son. No language they've contaminated. I originated the language. Rana knew speed painting. I originated it. So I control what it means and what it goes. Yeah, something tells me, because they've tried to do that shit before, that they can't win a religious argument with me. They just get obliterated. And so when I finally die, they're gonna like try to give me a Christian cross. No, I would reject that. You can call me an atheist if you want, but you should definitely, like, I don't believe that whole like you'll be given a new body. I don't know. I think it's like, I've done an OBE, out of body experience, before. That's a pretty convincing experience. A fake OBE is just a dream, right? A real OBE, you're awake, you can look around, and you can experience, you can like wonder at it. You're like, holy shit, this is happening. And yeah, a real OBE is like a tangible experience. So, yeah. But yeah, that's about that. Manifesting. I manifested a lot of love. I manifested a lot of really gorgeous girls I like, and who liked me. You know, I was hot. But what I really want is like the land in the house, the place to put them. Because it's like asking a girl out, hey, you want to hang out? You want to get a smoothie together? You know, that's like, to me, really like shitty. It's like, you should just get to business. Like, what's that about? Am I daddy? Let's go right now. Right? So, it's one of the things I'd like about holographic money. You would be able to like get a girl pregnant, and the holographic money would pay the kid. Then it's like, I don't even need to take her home. I don't need to take care of her. I can just be like, here you go. You can deal with it. Yeah, hitting that tree. Oh my gosh. Fly, poop baby was raising, was flying around, and I was trying to get him, and he was always moving. But the damage was really minor. I would have fixed it myself. I think the fix looks fucking cool. I think it's interesting. So, yeah, that duct tape is sticky. Especially duct tape combined with resin. Yeah, that's gonna stay together. It was just plastic. It's just the plastic part came off. Don't need that much to fix it. But yeah, I think this is kind of like my social life, right? Instead of like calling family, man, it's been so many years since I've talked to my family. My parents were not big talkers. Um, and I kind of like, I had heard it all talking to them. They kind of like suck, you know, and so I just like decided to stop talking to them. I did. I was just like, I don't want to talk to them anymore, which is sad because there's some people that's like, they know their parents their whole life. They talk to them every day. They bury their parents. It's like a real relationship. For me, my parents are like always busy doing something else. They don't really care that much. Um, it just kind of sucks. This is another thing I blame the creator for is like, okay, some people get circumcised and then their parents are slaves. Wow, dude, you thought of that? Mass enslavement. So fun, right? What a way to welcome everyone. Yeah, so it's like, it really just comes down to it. Do you see how big the cosmos is? Do you think the creator really cares about every fiddly little detail? There's an infinite sea of stars in every direction, and every one of those has planets. Don't you think do you think the creator's really like, I know it all? Or is he going, did you see how big it is? Did you see how much shit I made? Right? We think the creator will care about us. The creator's waiting for us to care about him. That's the fact of it. So, yeah. Anyway, sad to say. Hey, creator, if that's not true, prove it. Creator, if that's not true, prove it. Yeah, I had some annoying twerp yesterday. No matter what I'd say, he would counter with some like better than you bullshit. And then I looked at his profile picture and it's like not his first one, his second one is like a troll face. And I was like, this is why you keep talking, is you're just an annoying asshole. Anything I'd say, they'd be like, no. And then after that, they'd be like, see, you have no points. And they say stupid stuff like, you. Two things they said were wrong is that there's no born eunuchs, which there clearly are. And the other thing he said was they don't do eunuchs anymore, which they clearly do. And I was able to prove it quickly. But it was just like, why is this person talking? This person's a fucking idiot. Right? And every time they said anything, they would declare victory, no matter how fucking right or wrong it was. It was like every time. It's like fucking annoying. I think it's probably a bot. But yeah, once I discovered their troll face thing, I was like, yeah, that's what it is. It's like sociopathic baiting. It's like, yeah, I may be right, but if he tells me I'm wrong, now I'm angry. Fucking annoying. But yeah. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Gotta dig it out of here. It's close to town. Pretty easy to get to. My poor car. Yeah, I love my parents, but, it was, they had the side of the government. They had the side of, public school and religion over my side. They had, they were always busy doing some chore. Is, they never had time for me. They were like, they had to fuss over some bullshit. And that's why I live the way I do. Like, did I take my car to the shop to get it fixed perfect? Hell no. I duct taped it together in 20 minutes and then used resin to do the rest. I was like, I'm not gonna yeah, I could remove everything from my dash and wipe it all down, but I didn't, Yeah, I just like, I have time. They didn't have time, not for me. They were just like, not to watch a movie, not to talk. I would try to like get to know them or open up and they would be busy. And it's just like, but to me, it never looked important. To me, it was just like some like shitty stuff nobody cares about. And the worst is when they turned it on me. They're like, all right, now you can do all this shitty stuff nobody cares about. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no thanks. Really, if you don't dust every fucking day, you know what happens? Goddamn nothing. I dust when it looks bad. I'll wet a cloth and do it real fast, but I'm not doing it every day. That was their problem, is they were just like fucking fussy. I love them, but goddamn, they were fussy. Yeah, I did feel really lonely growing up. No real friends, no real lovers, no real, my parents were too busy. Like, imagine your parents circumcise you and then they only hug you like once every 2 weeks. It's like, it's just hated life. Did I become good at art because I worked hard? No. I was instantly good at art, very nearly. I bought a couple art books and I filled the whole thing up. And like, I discovered this technique through meditation. The technique I have comes from meditation, like on the Supreme Creator. And so that's how it happened, is it was like instant, right? I did not practice really hard to get good like that. It didn't take years. It took like 2 weeks. Yeah. So what else could I do? Right. Really could help any area. So instead of really helping any area, what I said is the technique to pull it out of the ether, because that to me is going to be better for eternity. Is I could give you every technique and eventually you would do them all and then you'd be out. But if I taught you how to get the techniques, then it's whatever you want to do. So that's what I'd want to see from like Elon Musk and shit. It would be like techniques for space travel, new tech. He goes, yeah, we were gonna blow up rockets, but now We've got the electron pulse thing. And now we can just fly up through the atmosphere and hit turbo and go on, right? Don't even need that much fuel or no fuel, right? That would be awesome. But he hasn't done anything like that. He's such a duplicitous animal. I hate him. Like he's talking to investors. We burn too much petrochemicals and carbons, and he's talking about like his cars, and then he turns around and fucking launches kerosene rockets. I'm like, dude, what do you mean? He only cares about stuff as like a manipulation, and too many people fall for it. It's just like so fucking bad. There's lemmings. They don't know people pay to win on social media. He went viral. He got millions of likes. No, he didn't. He paid for it. They ask you for money, and if you pay them, it looks really good. Right? Elon Musk is always coming up because he has that billionaire money to spend on making sure everybody's heard about us. Heard about him. Anyway, I'm yapping on. Yeah. We weren't able to finish the jars like we wanted. We gotta do that next week. I got some Mylar blankets I can try out. I saw a coyote. I like bitches. I like girls. I just wish it was like... I'm looking good now that I'm getting fitter. Yeah. I'm not really like trying to diet. I just like not eating as much. So... yeah. I'll wait till it rains to dig my next hole. Bury something pretty good. Hopefully it survives being tractored. Yeah, if I get lucky, it'll be like, well, we're preserving this tree because we like it. And like, that's where my stuff is buried. Genius. Yeah. But yeah, I wish my phone could go below 7% sound. 1% sound? Come on, please. No, not a feature. Can you imagine that? You have this thing and it's like you can't go below 7. If you know how to fix that, you have to let me know. How do you go between 0 and 7% sound? I want 1%. I don't want 7% because that's too flippin' loud. 1% would be perfect. It's just happening, but so quietly I can't hear it. Yeah, I would manifest heckin' fast. Heckin' fast. I've had some good manifestation dreams. Oh, man. Yeah, meditation works if you, like, get an image and focus on it. Draw it in. I got this thing, too. I was thinking about burning. It's a bone I wrapped like a heart. It's got something inside of there, but I forget where and I forget what it is. But yeah. Something I've got hanging up. That's been there for a long time. So I think that's the first time I've taken it off since it's been up there. Yeah. There. Anyway, yeah, this is the thing that's like safe, right? The city's dangerous. Places people go is dangerous. Out here is safe. Everyone's got a gun. You can really only go out and camp if you've got money. It costs a lot of money to like head out here and be out here, right? There's people with camper vans out here that are worth $300,000 plus. I've seen $1 million camper vans, right? So it's like the people out here are all loaded, right? Literally. So yeah, you're not gonna run into like poor desperate people. Poor desperate people don't have the money to drive out a fucking forest trail, and it's risky because everyone's armed. So yeah, being out here, not really dangerous. Not really. So yeah, anyway, it's reaching my bedtime. I gotta go. Thanks for watching if you watched. Thanks for listening if you listened. I make more content than people have the time to watch because I'll be around forever. The amount of time I'm alive is really short compared to the amount of time of eternity. So I make what I make in the hopes of being like a historian, kind of getting out there. Yeah, Donald Trump. Oh my gosh, Donald Trump. I think he's playing a character. I've gotten some like confirmation that's what it is, that he's actually playing a character. But yeah, just insane levels of corruption. One of the worst stories ever told. Donald Trump swore to end the weaponization of government. Didn't he? He ran on ending the weaponization of government, and then he persecuted everyone and built a secret police. He sued like 7,000 people. Donald Trump is the perfect case of like, you're going to regret it if you trust him. He's just not that type of person. He's a greedy guess. He's out for himself. He's out to eat. He won't share, right? So, yeah. Yeah, nobody thinks freaking Macromastia is ugly. I love big boobs. I think they're awesome. Don't cut them off. You're going to regret it. Yeah, don't get your son circumcised either. And don't cut your women, of course. But, yeah, freaking people who don't cut your boobs off. I think trans is a mistake, too. Like, you want to be a woman? No, you don't. You want to flower into the person you didn't know you could be. Like, looking at me right now, I would have never known this about me. I would have never known it had I trusted any of that. And so it's like, yeah, trans is crazy. I feel bad for you. Like, I oppose genital mutilation, and trans is a pretty severe form of it, so. Yeah, you can use a knife, but you can use chemicals. If giving somebody chemicals radically changes their body, aren't you kind of like really impacting them? They do it to kids. It's like people make the mistake of going, "Oh, you're a Democrat." I'm not a Democrat. You're a Republican. I'm not a Republican. I'm neither. Am I an independent? No. I am beyond that. You know, my ideas for how the world works and my solution transcends Democrat and Republican. I make those two subjects meaningless. So, and most people still haven't caught up. They think I'm the joke because I haven't paid for views. And I'm like, okay. I got no problem being a sleeper. But eventually the people who like watch this space in history will be like, I won. This guy kicked everyone's ass. His ideas were better. What he said the problems were was more accurate. And everybody who didn't listen looked like a fucking fool. And that's the story I'm playing, is get on my ship or you're going to get left behind. You're going to get abandoned. The people who come after you will hate you, and the people who come after us will appreciate me. They'll say he had the right idea. Right? Maybe not always in my life, but definitely post holographic speed painting. Yeah, I was a more composed, intelligent person than anyone else on Earth. So, you know, it's like if the issues are fake and the real issue is hidden, the person who sees that has the way and everyone else is blah, 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 blah. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to go to bed. Thanks for watching.